Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So this is the long-awaited Otherlands Ratle region update. So again, this is my first time through. Hopefully you can see a sample of the mobs and the bosses that you will encounter. And you can see these are the enemies that are common to Zol Plains. So you can see the Dancing Flower and the Raptor. Obviously they are much higher in levels, level 70. But still very doable given that you have the right team. So you can see who I'm starting with. Suzette, Serene, Leclerc, and Mariel. The flowers actually have weakness to slash. And that's why I have Azami in the back. But I can run with this team for now. The Raptors actually have a weakness to earth. So Serene will be perfect for that. And then finally the Hornets here you can see are weak to wind and piercing. So again, Suzette and Leclerc are perfect for those. Now we are looking for shinies, and if they show up, I hope to be able to have half bar AF so I can trigger it right away. I am guessing it's the same rarity as before, which is probably 1% per encounter. But being that my farming in Barakai region wasn't any better, I'm really hoping for a change of luck here. So there's a treasure chest there, pretty standard materials. And here we have another basic attack here, 2 Hornets and a Raptor, and my 5-star team AoE everything, and I will handle it. So it's the same thing as most other Another dungeons, just in case you guys haven't done any before. It'll be a series of 5 mob battles, and then obviously in this first location there will be 2 bosses to encounter. There's also a horror, which we will encounter in the next part of the video. So right now I'm going to finish the trash mobs, and then I'm going to move on to fighting the first boss. One other thing that I've mentioned in other previous videos is that you must try to conserve MP and HP by rotating characters to the back. I mean, you do have some food, but especially in the longer dungeons where there's 3 or 4 bosses, it's very, very important to rotate characters in between battles and make sure you have the right characters out for whichever weaknesses these particular mobs may have. So you can see again, Serene does have a little bit lower MP, and so I will be rotating her to the back, either in between the battle or even during the battle. And you can see I'm going to switch out with Azami right now. The general strategy is also the same. Now these are level 70s, and again at the lower levels, reducing the power is somewhat important, but certainly at the higher levels, especially level 2 and level 3 and the bosses, try to reduce their intelligence and or power as best you can so you can mitigate any major damage there. Oh nice, I got 100 Dancing Flower accomplishment. I did try to get 100 of everything in terms of all the battle rewards, but I didn't get a chance to finish everything, so it's nice to kind of use these dungeons to finish up anything I've already missed. Okay, so again, being that they're resistant to wind, you can see I used the Demonic Thrust there. Azami with a triple XL, nice and easy there. So the main draw to this dungeon is that there will be materials that you can use to craft weapons, and I think the most important one is the spear, and obviously I will be putting that on my waifu here, which is Suzette. But you know, if you have Seti or some other strong spear users, then obviously that will be something for you. And you can see I already have the real spear, which is quite a big upgrade over the regular one, about 20 something power more. Okay, so rotate a Serene up. These raptors again are weak to earth. Okay, so you can see a couple of characters are a little bit lower in MP, so just gonna rotate them in. Rotate Azami. Again, she'll be fine in slashing all those plants to bits. So you're up, Serene. Especially with these longer dungeons, I do find that it does take up a lot of time. So I do find AoEing everything, especially if you have the enough 5 stars to do so, it saves a lot of time. Mind you, this is only level 1, so it's not even that difficult at this point. Alright, another reward there. Okay, so let's take a look and see which is the first boss that we'll encounter. So you can see there is a series of 3 hornets, and you can guess from when you encounter the regular mobs, either through questing or whatnot. They are flying, so they should be weak to piercing, so arrows and lances. And they are weak to fire, from what I understand. I didn't pack any fire characters with me, but again, with Suzette and Leclerc, that should do the trick. The middle hornet does do some major hitting. So they do, most of these attacks, I believe, are just single target attacks. So you can see that Serene got hit with a major attack. So the middle one is the most dangerous. So as long as you have a strong healing through Mario, or you know, just mitigate the damage otherwise, or rotate out, then you shouldn't have too much trouble with this. And of course, if you can have any AoEs that target all 3 of them and damage them with your pierce or fire, that would really do the trick. So my strategy, being that you know, I do have a wind-based team, is to use Azami and Culmination Winds. Remember that they are resistant to wind, but since Suzette has Pierce as well, the Pierce will still cause the weakness to occur even though she is wind-based. So something to keep in mind. As long as they're weak to one of the 2 elements, then you don't have to worry about the resistance to the other portion. So again, with all boss battles, it's really important to use your Valor Chance. So Suzette and Serene both have the increased power boost, and remember that when you are rotating multiple people in with an AF with their Valor Chance, make sure you time it so that you use the highest speed for the first one, and then use a lower speed Valor Chance for the second one, so you can stack the abilities properly. So I want Serene to be last to increase the speed of everybody. As you can see, I've stacked the debuffs as best as I can, and I'm about to unleash a major AF and hope that it kills all 3 hornets. So let's take a look here. And again, the guard is from Azami's wind slash, so can't do anything there, just left her in there, and it looks like I have more than enough AF bar to finish off all 3 bosses without too much trouble. And you know my favorite finishing move is always the Sweet Tooth. Nice, 4.6 million damage. I haven't ever done more than 5 million damage. I know that that is another reward. So anyways, hope that video helped, and stay tuned for the next part. Thanks.